What are those? Hunger pangs?
I'm not familiar with those.
Yeah, well, by the looks of my size, I'm not either. Welcome back to Chronic Kitchen. Today,
we are not men who go hungry often.
Today we are making a spiral croissant with some Biscoff inside, a little bit of maple buttercream, and then we're going to top it with some Biscoff honey butter. That's infused, of course. I'll show you how. Step one for our spiral croissants. Just lay your 2 pastry sheets out. You can make them yourselves if you like. Doesn't make a difference to me. Now, what we're gonna do is we melt a little bit of our Biscoff cookie butter, and we're just gonna get this out there really nice. Nice even spread. We don't want it to be too thick. Oh man, there's a little piece of the cookie in there.
Oh yeah, it's a real delight, real treat.
Whoa, that was an accident. Really happy one. I'm not complaining about it.
No, it was a nice surprise.
Not the kind of accident my mom talks about when she had me. I want this to be nice and thin. I'm gonna get to the edges, but don't go too far. We're gonna roll these up in a little spiral. Look at that spatula work. All those years laying brick with my dad. Now that this is done and my childhood trauma has been completely unpacked.
Yeah, completely unpacked.
My therapist drives a Mini Cooper to figure if he could be happy driving a Mini Cooper. This man's figured out life. Then he made some joke about how my life is a recipe for disaster.
Was it like a recipe pun on purpose?
Yeah.
That works.
It does. Dr. Wolf, we thank you for you and your time and your Mini Cooper. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cut these into about inch and a half strips. We don't need a ruler. These little indents that come on that packaged pastry are 3 inches. So we're just gonna cut. We could also go a little bit smaller. I wanna go a little bit smaller because I wanna roll some together, but you don't wanna go any larger than 2 inches and no smaller than 1 inch. So you just do a nice little strip. We're going across, nice and easy, nothing to it, very simple. Nobody's in charge of you.
I'm just gonna get close.
Bing, bang, boom, we're done. Simple. We're like 3/4 of the way to getting this croissant in the oven. Move these a little bit here, give me a little bit of space, you know. I do need my space and I do need my tools. We just wanna roll these up into a little spiral. Keep your fingers on the side so you don't run too much of a muck. Keep it nice and easy here. And then right when you get to the end, since we're gonna combine, you just take the next one. You wanna pinch these together like so. And then we're right back to rolling. Oh man, this is gonna be amazing. Now we're gonna make some small ones to go in our smaller ramekin, and we're gonna make some larger ones to go in the large ramekin. So on the small one, we're gonna do 2. On the large one, we're gonna do 3. Just gonna repeat the process until you got them all rolled up. We have our croissants all rolled up, some cookie butter inside. We got our ramekins. These are really important for this baking process. I'll tell you why in a second. But right now, you should heat up the oven to 400 degrees. We're gonna make a little egg wash. Traditional egg wash is whole egg with maybe a little bit of milk. Just kind of beat it up. We're just gonna use the yolks here, and we're gonna throw about 1/4 cup of sugar in with it. It's almost gonna be like a custard. So grab our whisk, and we're just gonna get the yolk. Yes, right away. Right away, that's what we want. Beautiful. We want this is, we want like that really nice golden brown, kind of like a very creme brulee-ish top that has like a little bit of a crunch to it. We wanna bring that out here. So we've heavily buttered. We sprayed our ramekins. Get these bigger ones in here. Beautiful. I'm gonna get our little ones in these small dishes. Wow, these are gonna come out really beautifully.
It's so dainty.
Now, if you'd like, and probably what you should do, is give a little egg wash here around the seams, around the sides. That's probably the smart way to go about it. So why don't we exercise some good judgment here and just do that. The bottom's fine. We got the ramekin that's filled with oil, and then we're gonna egg wash the top of these as well. So nice and easy. You're gonna have such a nice golden and flaky croissant. It's gonna take you nearly no time, and you can impress the fuck out of all of your friends. And we're gonna shove weed inside of it. So, you know.
Nobody shoves like you shove.
Even if, like I said, you don't have any friends, we're gonna get you some.
Consent be damned.
No. consent is never bedamned.
Consent be damned!
Be nice and delicate here. These pastries, this dough, gonna be a little temperamental, but that's okay. We're gonna work with it. We're going to be patient with it. We're gonna be kind about it. And maybe we'll do the same for ourselves. But I did bring that all full circle, like self-help kind of.
Yeah, no, it was impressive. I was wondering where you were going with it. It was kind of vague and rambling and crazy, but then, you did what you did.
I've always liked the Chippewa Indians. You're more of a fan of the Chippendale.
Yeah.
Give this a nice brush on the top. This beautiful, beautiful custard that we got going on here. So many, just rife with anticipation and hope for the future and things in your love life. Maybe that one weird uncle will stop showing up to Thanksgiving this year, you know?
He's not gonna.
So many possibilities, guys.
Uncle Rob.
So we're just gonna nice egg wash the top here. Nice. Don't go too crazy. We got butter on the bottom. Now I'm gonna show you a little trick. We don't, get this out of my way. We don't want these to rise. We don't want them to come higher than the top of the ramekins. So I know here these are a little bit shorter. What I'll probably end up doing is get these on a separate sheet so it's all the same height. But all you have to do is flip a baking sheet upside down, lay it on top. We're gonna bake it in the oven for 35 minutes at 400 degrees. Then we're gonna take this top off for the last 2 minutes and we'll let the top get nice golden brown, a little bit of caramelization from the custard. Ooh, and then we're gonna fill them up with, I can't even say it, I'm just so hard and excited.
Don't have sex with the dough again.
Okay, we got our Biscoff croissants in the oven. We're gonna make a little bit of a maple buttercream to get inside that bad boy. You need 1 pint of heavy whipping cream. You want this to be as close to room temperature. Ooh, those are hot noises, so yeah. We want it to be as close to room temp as we can. A little bit of a tea spizzle of some pure vanilla extract, and we got a 1/2 cup of Vermont's finest Maine maple syrup.
That's too many states.
Now, we don't gotta go too crazy. We just wanna do this until we see some stiff peaks and valleys. We don't wanna go too far until it breaks. We wanna stay on a little bit of the softer side. We're not using it to decorate a cake or hold anything together. It's just gonna be a delicious filling. Should use a bigger bowl, huh? A little pinch of sea salt, and we are just about where we want it to be. All right, we've hit our mark quite beautifully. Look at that. A little bit of salt at the end is gonna bring out the flavors. I'm gonna get this into a piping bag. We're gonna pipe them inside our croissants. But first, we're gonna make the honey butter to go on the outside. That's good. Oh, that's just the right amount of salt too. I fucking feel it. All right, so we've made our maple buttercream. We have eaten a large portion of it off camera because it is so delicious. We're gonna make a little honey butter to go in on top. It's gonna have our wheat inside of it. And it's also gonna cover up that little hole that we poke on top of the croissant to fill it up. So it's part delicious, part aesthetic. We're gonna start with 1 stick of really soft wheat butter. We're gonna go in with 5, count them, 5 tablespoons.
5 tablespoons
of brown sucre. We're gonna go 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then we're gonna get 3 tablespoons of Gunther's honey. Gunther has an apiary. He's an apiarist, and apparently he makes the finest honey this side of Germany. All right, I get that in there. And just for good measure, we're gonna throw a little bit of the excess Biscoff we've got because waste not, want not. And though I do want a lot, I try not to waste. Just going with the spoon, we just want a combination of flavors that would rival the sweet ambrosia of Mount Olympus. Oh my goodness, yes. You don't want to see any different colors. You want everything to be the same color. That's when you know you're done. Scrape the sides. Probably close to 500 milligrams in here. And we've only made 8 croissants, so you do the maths. But I probably won't use them all of this right now. This is just butter, honey, brown sugar, so you can get this in the fridge. You could use this on pancakes, toast, waffles. Make a nice like French toast with some challah.
Challah.
Challah. Look at that. We got all the lumps out. I think. Jeez, my forearms usually don't get this tired.
Time for another masturbation joke?
No, I just out of practice. You hear that, ladies? Wait.
Stay away, ladies. You're not safe here.
All right, this is gonna go on top with a little flaky salt. Our croissants are coming out of the oven. Right, meow? We're gonna let them cool and we'll get them all stuffed. Like you could be if you just came over. All right, our spiral croissants are out of the oven. We've got our honey butter made. We've got our maple buttercream made. What you wanna do now is grab a skewer or something. We got this. We're gonna poke really nice genteel holes.
Gentiles.
Right in the center. You wanna make sure that they are nice and cooled. Beautiful. That's a hole I could really...
Don't say it. Not the dough again.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We've really done it here, gang. These bigger ones, we can make a little bit of a, we can go a little bit bigger here. Don't be afraid to get in there. It's not a beauty contest.
That's for sure.
I mean, I won a beauty contest before. Oh yeah. We're gonna get right in there, really deep with our buttercream. Something like this, where it's a little sharp. That's the way to do it.
That's good. You figured that out on the last one.
All right, now we're gonna fill them with our buttercream. You wanna stick that nozzle in there, and you wanna just look at that. And now, we wanna take this infused honey butter that we got, and we're gonna go right over the top of this bad boy. We wanna cover up that whipped cream, real nice. And then we just go just such a light little bit of sea salt, and voila, beautiful. Now just repeat that for the amount of croissants you have. And you're in business, baby. I want to eat these. Can we eat these?
Yeah. It's so multicultural.
What's the situation? How much are they? How full are they? They're robust.
These are probably very light in milligrams, but high on intense flavor.
I'm afraid.
So you can have lots of them. Croissants are my favorite pastry.
They don't look like croissants.
It's a croissant.
That's my only
Evan's
thing.
gonna eat the best looking one.
Yep.
You deserve it. You've earned it. Go ahead, take a bite. Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Flaky pastries are the way to go. In Paris, I pretty much lived on croissants. I didn't gain any weight.
Lies.
It was wonderful.
Oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
There's so much flavor in that.
I know.
Whipped cream is
I'm
like airy. And it goes so nicely with the pastry. Because you have like the airy pastry and the airy cream. Everything's so like
Bro,
delicate. It's crisp. Oh my God. I've got Biscoff flavors everywhere.
if you put the right amount of salt in this,
Oh, the dough.
look at
Go back. Over here. Get 4 inches closer.
like one of those pit bulls with the fucking pink thing sticking out. God, you remind me of one of my uncles. Families are so weird, especially big Italian ones. Because, like, you ever meet a cousin or something that you never met in your whole life? And you're just sitting having dinner, and they make some sort of comment about how they taught their daughter how to shave. But then no one makes a second follow-up question, and it's like, where? Where did you teach her to shave? That doesn't make sense, Uncle Mike. But, you know, that's family, I guess. You know what will never disappoint you? And you know what cousin will never teach your niece how to shave? This croissant. It's so good. Do you like that Biscoff? The butter, the honey butter better, or the whipped cream?
They're both doing different things. Wow.
This is great. This is one of the best.
Give it a little dip in here. I'm back.
That's where all the weed is. Oh no. All of the weed is in there.
It's like a bad thing. Ooh, do we have another one of these?
No.
Oh.
Get out of here.
Oh.
You're gonna regret it. Most of my life as a weed chef is just making sure they understand the cautionary tales of things being too delicious and too strong for them. And now Evan's gonna sulk, but the only way we're gonna be awake for the rest of this day is if we eat the appropriate portions. It's safe to say that each one is at least 20, 30 milligrams. These are so good. If you like a flaky pastry, if you like a light, airy buttercream, if you love salt, that little center, like that little croissant pussy right in the middle.
Crussy.
The crussy, that's a portmanteau.
There you go.
That's the best part.
Dip it.
Listen,
Dip it.
follow the
Dip
recipe.
it.
Make this just like we made it. You guys just gotta go. It's time for you guys to go. Shirt's coming off. The pants have been gone a while. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe before you go, but get the fuck out of my face. We'll see you next time.